purpose without Wispy. Okay, stop the questions, guys. Time to analyze. This is a pretty short match. Yep, that's accurate. Let's go. Okay, so Yoshi's S2j probably struck Fountain and FD, which is reasonable, but then you have to play on Yoshi's, which is a strong Fox counterpick. This is good by Leffen. He's dash dancing here, and note how he is moving forward already. So if S2j short hops off the platform with an attack, he'll go roughly here. So Leffen would be moving forward and be able to dodge it. And then S2j goes here instead, and Leffen is able to react with full jump up air. This is one reason I was talking about Fox being kind of mediocre at attacking platforms. He sort of just pokes. He doesn't really get anything solid. Good pressure. Leffen almost definitely did not mean to full jump up air there. Probably grab. He gets a jab on his shield right here, which isn't a good idea because if S2j had just stayed there, which is what Leffen was assuming, Leffen could have gotten shield grabbed. But S2j actually wave dashes forward, so which ends up screwing him because Leffen chose to jab. So now he gets a wave shine. If also a relatively common thing is when a Fox is behind you, they will sometimes wave shine through you. So if S2j had just done nothing, he could have shield grabbed when Leffen wave dash towards him. Goes for grab, which I don't know how I feel about. Up smash is better, but they can ACI down and tech it, so it's actually too risky to go for it if the opponent's ready. Up throws. Falcon actually never has to touch the ground from Fox up throw, I believe. You can, tech it on the ground. You can untumble just by shaking your controller, or you can do an aerial to get out of the stun, or you can double jump. Obviously, all of these are punishable in some way, so it's a mix-up to some extent, but generally teching is not a good idea. 1 second. Okay, cool. Anyway, so generally teching it's not great though. So see, Leffen just walks up and just reacts with up smash. And then he gets S2j on the platform. I probably would have turned my back and tried to start burying his Fox here, but he didn't do a bad thing by doing that. Okay, let's see this. So I like this by Leffen. He wave dashes underneath, and then he tries to back air to catch S2j coming this way. That's not a bad decision by any means. I think maybe a better protocol on average, though, would be to just wait here and then see if S2j whiffs something and then challenge him. And then if he doesn't whiff something, you still get pressure. And then if he sees S2j come this way, if he sees him come this way, you could up air or back air guaranteed. So what Leffen did is, which is also very good, is I'm going to hit you for coming here and then just stay in center stage. So on average, if you can cover an option while also getting center, that's very good to go for, even though it's generally lower reward. Very good decision. But gets run off up air, which probably shouldn't have happened. Oh, he tries to wave dash towards, it looks like, but he doesn't hold down, which is strange. Wave dashing towards would have been fine if he held down. Let me see this again. Yeah, he wave dashes towards him, but doesn't hold down. So if he held down here, he could have wave shined him very easily. So that was very risky from S2j. Misses the tech chase. Not much to say about that. Leffen up tilts instead of shining, which is good. He waits to react to the situation. Catches the slide off with a back air. And then, yeah, that's good. He chooses up tilt, which is interesting. I probably would have shined here if I were playing. And then just wave shined off and tried to shine him again because there's no edge to fall to. I think that would be better than up tilt. Leffen doesn't really choose to pressure that. He definitely could have. I'm very surprised. So right here, I think Leffen got a little lucky. Maybe he was reading this jump. I don't know. I thought he was setting up to cover the tech. I can't really say if he was reading the jump, but S2j jumps. And then Leffen sort of messes up, it looks like. Otherwise, he would have had that. S2j slow on the tech chase again. Alright, so this is important. So this situation, I'm sure most Falcon minions hate this. Someone up tilts your shield. One, if you shield DI towards Fox, you can often shield grab it. Second, from this distance, if S2j had just wave dashed in place, when the up tilt whiffs, he can punish it. Again, I'm not saying that like you can know they're going to do that. Everyone always says that about my analysis. They're like, oh, well, how do you know? Well, it's not that you know. I'm just trying to explain to people how they could have punished something so that they know the idea. So one option is wave dash in place. Another option is short hop in place and then drift into him and punish, which is a little less good versus back air, I would say, because frequently people will back air after up tilt. So I actually really like the wave dash in place. Leffen tries for up air instead of back air, which I find weird. Waits him out but doesn't back air. So here Leffen's just like, you know what, I'm just going to walk to the center, wait for your jump, and then usually you would stick out a back air. But I guess he thought he would avoid the move. Yeah, this should be a kill. Yep. Good job by Leffen to delay it. A lot of people just do the bear early, and then like they'll come down here and try to bear him directly, and a lot of the times they whiff, but he waited until Randall was a little lower down, so it made it easy to land on. Alright, so S2j keeps doing this thing from side to top, but like I don't think that's very good as Falcon, honestly. I think you should make it a priority to get to the ground. You'll get pressured really easily by doing this against Fox. So see, Leffen does a short hop and then waits. So he short hops and then he could hopefully stick something out if Falcon jumps off. I think he might have actually been slow on it, not sure. But then he just double jumps up and he can pressure him. I really like that he just fell through instantly. What a cool idea by Leffen. He just falls through and then chases S2j down. But you should definitely shine, not up tilt, at that closer range. He chooses up tilt, possibly because obviously in the moment he doesn't know that S2j is exactly right here yet. It's hard to react. So that's why he up tilts. But if you're not sure and you're in close quarters, shine is honestly really good as Fox, just in general. Again, he up throws. Falcon can get out. That's important. You can jump, untumble, do an aerial. Gets tech chased instead. Into nothing, which is good because he just correctly DIs the platform. But I think if Leffen just wave shine up smashed as fast as he could, then he might have been able to get him before he got to the edge, unless S2j SDI'd the shine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he could have gotten it from there. So Leffen should actually shine on reaction to tech in place instead of up smash there. S2j has him cornered though. This is good. Nairs, and he sort of stays outside of range. I'm not sure if Leffen could have up tilted him feasibly. Tries to stomp. This is weird because S2j chose to shield, I believe. Yeah, so I don't know why he shielded and then stomped. If he did the stomp as fast as possible, it would have worked. He seems to hold shield. I don't know if it was from his L cancel or from something else. But yeah, shielding there after that nair cost him a lot. And then S2j sort of just nairs across the stage, but it's not the right spacing. Again, you should shine as Fox there when someone... I think Leffen's just misjudging the spacing, which is understandable. Like, he thought maybe S2j would fast fall and land like right here, and then he would have to down tilt. So that makes sense. But if you look at what S2j does... Let me confirm this before. Yeah, he doesn't fast fall at all, I'm pretty sure. Maybe at the last second. So that means he goes further. So it's hard. So Leffen down tilts, assuming he needs to hit around here, while S2j landed here. So understandable, but S2j actually gets his shield up, and if he had shield DI'd towards Leffen, it would have been a free shield grab. Again, shield DI is extremely important for Falcon because you don't have the largest grab range. Yeah, I don't think the lasers are great here, but I do think it's good on Leffen to space outside of the literal max range. So at least since he's lasering, he didn't do it in a spot where Falcon could have hit him immediately. I don't love the lasers. I just don't really like lasers in general. And then he reads Leffen. I don't really know if he read him wave dashing forward or if he just was like, oh, you're in range for grab anyway. Yeah, I think he was trying to... I can't really tell because I don't think he JC grabbed either. So it's really hard to say what he meant to do. All right, does the waveline back air. See, this is what I was talking about. So, like, Leffen gets him in the corner, and he up tilts in case S2j does something, and then just does an immediate back air to trade with anything S2j does. So if S2j does wave dash in place here, so right here, after this up tilt, so Fox could nair at you for wave dashing in place, but if you do wave dash in place, and then Fox just back airs immediately, imagine S2j had wave dash in place, you can run up and grab. Great by Leffen, actually. This is good. He jumps up to challenge that, and then he's just like, you know what? I can just land now and walk up and shine. Messes up his wave shine, which is unfortunate. Good shield grab for that back air. Leffen just messed up, I guess. Goes for the read on the grab. Nothing much to say about that. Stomp, knee, yep. Gets the read. Okay, just reacts to the roll. That's pretty good. The platform punish wasn't amazing, but it's hard to be good at that. So he shield stops and then jumps to back air. I don't know if you can really back air the second place on reaction out of the shield stop in that situation. This is good though, awareness by Leffen. He's like, okay, I got this weak back air. S2j does a good job holding down to make sure he just slides off immediately. And then S2j could have actually ran up and grabbed, but he chooses Nair instead. So Leffen dashes back, but then S2j does like a sort of no fast fall drift forward. So Falcon can mix up his drift to make things hard to punish. So he drifts forward further, and Leffen thought he would just fast fall and end the Nair here. So Leffen was going to whiff punish, but instead S2j sort of just drifts forward without the fast fall, and then, clips Leffen. If Leffen had managed to hold down, he could have punished, but that's honestly extremely hard, because he was actually planning on running a little further before doing anything. Ends up jabbing him afterwards, which is a little weird. I guess S2j did jump, though. Okay, good job going for run-up grab. Run-up grab is really good with Falcon. If you're ever in close quarters, running up and JC grabbing is pretty good. To counter that, Leffen would have had to, like, literally just do nothing. Like, he would have had to stay, like, right here, pretty much. Which is pretty scary when you're in the corner. And it doesn't really accomplish much. Goes for the read, misses it. See, this is what I was talking about with the wave dash in place that Falcon could do. Leffen does it here, where he's like, you know what? You're going to stick out a move, but you can't exactly hit me from that range. So I'm just going to wave dash to get out of shield, and then when you whiff something, I can try to punish it. He chooses down tilt, which I actually don't like, but I think he started the down tilt a little late, but even so, it was a good idea, but it didn't work out. Maybe run-up grab would have been more likely to hit. It's hard to say. Dash attacks, I'm sure. Leffen could have shield dropped. Good job waiting there. So S2j's like, okay, I need to get out. He tries to sort of one-up him, and if Leffen had stayed in this range, he could have got a stomp on him maybe, but Leffen just sort of moved towards him instead with the back air. Alright. I like this up air. So look what S2j does during the invincibility. He runs down, and then he's like, he just turns around because, you know, it's very likely they want to get to the middle. And even if they don't, you can pressure them with your back. So I actually really like that turnaround by S2j. Really smart. Gets an up air. Don't know if he messed up here, though. Looks like he tried to run off and then dash dance. Like, dash towards Leffen and dash back. But then he dashed back a little too soon and just got grabbed. I don't think Leffen read the dash back. He was just like thinking he'd be in that area generally. Because if you look at this, Leffen's like, oh, you came down. And if S2j had whiffed an aerial, Leffen would have been able to grab. But S2j dashes forward and then dashes back immediately and gets grabbed. I believe that's what happened at least. So Leffen just up airs immediately. He can't cover all the options doing that, but it's still decent. And then since S2j holds down, Leffen can just up tilt or up smash or jab reset immediately. Goes for up smash, which is pretty good. Should have up tilted after the up smash. I like this by Leffen a lot. So he's like, okay, he gets back, he shines cells low, turn around up tilts, which is fine, and then he just wave dashes back and he just waits. He just waits. And then S2j whips his nair, and then Leffen actually full jump nairs, which is cool because so what S2j could do here, and like what Wizzy frequently does, is just nair and then immediately dash back and sets up some sort of like stomp if they approach him, or a back air, or just a dash dance grab. But by Leffen full hop nairing, he can choose. So he chose to come here. If Wizzy had dashed back though and set up a stomp, I don't know if like maybe Leffen would have just drifted back and been safe. So I like the idea since it leaves him the option to drift back, but I don't know if Leffen was actually thinking that I don't know if Leffen was actually considering that, because like S2j actually does dash back at this point, and Leffen still decides to commit here. So I'm 90% sure the Wizzy-esque like nair dash back and then short hop stomp would have probably punished that. But I think with that full jump nair, you do have the option to not fully commit. Let's see what else. So Leffen it looks like he tries to dash back after that nair. Ready? Yeah, he tries to dash back. You can see the turn animation. But the thing is, once you're doing a weak nair, you should already just fully commit to it and land on top of them and then just go for shine. Because shine is 1 frame, so it's actually faster than dashing back or doing anything else. So he gets shield grabbed when he could have probably shined S2j. So S2j gets the grab. Just back airs him out of the approach. It's pretty good. Okay, up airs him for the platform wave land. I like that grab by S2j. You can chain grab that DI again. I think that's really important. So Leffen DI's in, you can just get chain grab for that. Goes for forward throw. Leffen tries to jump, but that happens sometimes. Like you misjudge the hit stun versus the blast zone, and then you just jump too late. Or Leffen input the jump too early and then didn't input it again. Juan, I think he could have landed close enough to shine at least. He couldn't have landed perfectly on top of him, but still could have shined. Yeah, so Leffen's just spamming up tilt in this situation, which is like pretty reliable, so he was invincible. So that's fine. Back airs, and then just drops through, and then when S2j drops through, back airs again. Or up tilt, sorry. I said back air, I meant up tilt. I'm getting my words mixed up. This up tilt's good. But again, S2j, just by nairing out, you're going to get up tilted again. Like, I think Fox up tilt is -11, so like, and then it takes 5 frames to come out again. So that's a 16 frame gap. If you're really fast with Falcon, you can get the nair out, but I don't know how the active frames work on it, but even then Fox can just hold down. So it's like not very reliable. Okay, up tilts, doesn't get anything off of that. That figures. I think so maybe just doing an aerial to send him to the right would have been better than doing an up tilt there. Alright, we get a grab. Leffen whiffs a full hop. I have this problem with Fox a lot. Right, whiff a full hop aerial, and then it's like they just weren't there anymore. Okay, he goes for stomp. That's actually pretty reasonable. It covers a lot of options. He could have just tech chased, but after that second, I almost wish he had just kneed there though. But so okay, so he gets stomp, and then yeah, you don't like really get anything. I like this. I do this a lot versus Falcon players as Fox. You just get like a nice delayed aerial, and then you throw out an instant aerial. Again, I think S2j should try wave dashing away more often there, because 1 second. Okay, yeah, I think S2j should try wave dashing or jumping more often there. Leffen pressures the recovery with his double jump. I always talk about this. You use your double jump to pressure the Falcon high recovery. He could have just back aired him, I think, but he still covers all the options. It was a good full hop or ledge hop to get back on stage, because here he wants to get on stage, and if S2j drifts here, he can just cover it, and if he drifts here, he can just punish it again. He covered everything with that. I like this from S2j. Good drift. Jumps over him and then gets the pressure. Nairs into his shield. Current Leffen would have just wave shined out a shield and like beat him up. It's pretty risky from S2j. I don't really like those lasers, but I mean, most Falcons don't want to challenge you there, understandably. So they end up working out, but it was cool. So he just runs off and lands. This is weird by S2j. So he's just like getting in Leffen's face, but not in a way where he can pressure him. But he just knows he's hard to hit there. And then he just nairs, and Leffen actually jumps. I'm not sure why Leffen jumped there. I think Leffen positioned himself really well with this full hop, and then instead of jump, so I think he wanted to jump to zone with back air, but he really should have just dashed away after landing there. He had a great landing spot. Up air, can't get anything. Goes for knee grab. Leffen just wave dashes away. Falcon needs your shield. Wave dashing with every character is a really good option because you can just ASDI down if he chooses to jab. I think Falcon would have to do like knee forward tilt or something. This is cool by S2j. Just short hops, and then instead of trying to get the up air to anti-air, he just like lands and then grabs the lift. S2j might have been able to just double jump air, but I don't know how he would have. It would have been hard to cover the side B while doing that. Tournament winner doesn't get punished. I hate not punishing tournament winner, but it's sort of risky to stay nearby. I think S2j can just go for knee or up air off that up throw. Oh, he messes it up. I think he's dashing too late, like I said. Great punish by Leffen. Oh, no. Okay, so he just goes for the up air immediately, which is reasonable because, like, S2j wants to take him place because Leffen's so far away. Just run off, double jump there. I think he had to down smash to combo there. And then he goes for up tilt. But I think down smash would have comboed, which would have been very cool. Most people don't really do that as blocks. This is a pretty close game, though. Wow, I'm surprised that worked. So he like just full hops with his back, and S2j actually does try to jump out of the corner. Again, if he was just wave dash in place sometimes, it'd be such a good mix-up for him. Gets back aired. Okay, he just goes for the grab directly. Okay, full hop nairs onto the platform. S2j does a pretty good up air. Okay, grab. Oh, he misses the down throw. That grab could have been huge. So S2j took too long to short hop back stomp. Wizzy definitely would have hit that. Wizzy's like the god of that. So Leffen does get the grab because of it, because he just... So he spot dodges a stomp, and then let's see what he does. He tries to shine it, but he's actually out of range. But then he just ends up behind S2j and can just grab pretty safely, honestly. Just chooses to waveline on the platform. Yeah, that's rough for S2j. He might have been able to DI that way, to the left. So from here to here, and maybe edge cancel off the platform. But Leffen does the right thing by wavelining on, and then you can just punish. Alright, so that's that match. I'll upload it. There's some stuff I didn't talk about, obviously. I think I talked about some good, important things. Okay, let's see what the chat